Her bones was hidden in a cemented septic tank. She left behind a 5-year-old child of hers. The suspect, a husband who by then had already vanished across borders. Hello, you guys, and welcome to the G.M.C channel where I bring you the ghost, the mystery, the crime stories. I am Esther Vincent, also known as Leah Mia on social media. Do follow me. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I hope you guys stick around till the end. If you guys liked it, please don't forget to leave me the thumbs up, comment, and if you have not done so, please do go and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, help the channel grow. I would really appreciate that. And today I am bringing you guys this short, true, quite terrible story from 2008. It's about a missing woman, a mother, and the slow, ugly uncovering of what actually happened to her. I'll keep it real and simple, so let's begin. Our victim for today is Fairos Ahmad Sulaiman. She was a 37-year-old woman from a village in Kuala Kangsar, Perak. She was married to a Dutchman reported under the name of Lambertus den Dolk, and his Muslim name was Muhammad Lufti Abdullah, and they lived in the southern side of Thailand. Together, they had a son named Johann Sebastian. He was a small little kid, a toddler. In February of 2008, Fairos was reported missing. The last she spoke with her mother was on the previous year, 2007, towards the end. For months, the family waited and tried searching on their own, but the trail kept on getting cold. This is the problem when someone disappears, right? Time becomes an attacker of its own. Loads of calls goes unanswered. Neighbors, relatives, people around you starts asking questions. Mother of Fairos, she did spoke about fear and worry that something might have actually happened to her daughter. But the family kept on trying everything that they could, making more and more reports with the police, hiring lawyers, talking with foreign ministry for help, but all of this was not actually going anywhere. Then, months later, in October of 2008, the same year, she was reported missing around February. Now it was already October, at least 8 months in between, right? So, Thai police had found skeletal remains in the rented house that Fairos, her Dutch husband, and their son had lived together in Ranong, Thailand. A new renter had come and they wanted to rent that house. So they had hired cleaners to come and clean the entire house, including the septic tank. Inside the cemented shut septic tank is where they found the bones, the remains, which was hidden under as if though it's a secret, all shut with piles of concrete. DNA tests later would confirm that the skeletal remain found in the septic tank was indeed the missing Fairos at around the end of November 2008. The skeletal remains was badly decomposed by then. Time, the dirty water, it's surrounding the cement has already taken its toll on it. Forensic experts later exhumed and re-examined the bones multiple times because the first examination could not give a clear answer on how Fairos actually died. When bones are that degraded, you can't always easily tell whether it was a strangulation or a blow or a knife that did the job, because all the evidence is already gone or destroyed in time. Her husband, the Dutch guy, he quickly became the main suspect. But when the investigators, the police, tried finding for him, he had already left the country, obviously. But strangely, no one could confirm whether their 5-year-old little son, Johann, had been brought together with him across the border or not. I don't know how is that possible, because this boy, he was already 5 years old. He was not a baby or anything. Even babies need passport to leave a country or get into the country, right? So how was there no records of that? That is really suspicious. Did the boy actually follow the father, or was he just left in Thailand? Now, with the husband in a different country, bringing him back across borders was not a simple thing. Different country, different rules, different system, all of this was stuck in paperwork alone. With all these delays, the truth seemed to be slipping further and further away. Fairos, our victim, first got acquainted with her husband, the Dutch guy, Lambertus aka Muhammad Lufti, in Langkawi when she was working there. Later on, they became closer and soon they got married on June of 2004. Then, because Lambertus was working in Thailand, that's where they resided, and soon they had their son together. Everything seemed to be going well, I guess, for a while, and then, things went south. Fairos's mother filed a missing persons report in Malaysia on the 17th of February 2008, and the Thailand police was promptly updated about this. The last time she spoke with her daughter was on the 8th of November 2007. Fairos was crying in the call, saying that her husband had been abusing her and that she would want to return back home to Malaysia with her son as soon as possible. She even told her mother that if I don't make it back home soon, please lodge a police report. That was the last she heard her daughter's voice. And then, a month later, her son-in-law, Lambertus, called her, Fairos's mother, and said that he had already moved back to the Netherlands with their son, little Johan, because he can't wait anymore for Fairos to return back to Thailand from Malaysia. But the question is, did Fairos even make it back to Malaysia? Because what is this? Like, when did Fairos got back? Because she didn't return home. Her mother haven't seen her daughter yet. And he is now calling a month later saying that he had already returned back to Netherlands because he can't wait for Fairos to get back to Thailand. What is happening? Everything seems to be all fishy, suspicious, right? We need to remember that this case isn't just a headline. There is a mother who lost her daughter and a small boy, Johan, a son who lost his mother, right? With so many unanswered questions, just imagine the shock the mother would have felt when she received the call from the Thailand police on the 13th of October 2008 about her daughter's skeletal remains being found inside of a septic tank in the rented house that they stayed back in Thailand. Like, what would you have thought? Like, what would have gone through the mother's mind at that point? Many lawyers stepped in to help the family pursue leads and ask for the Foreign Ministry's cooperation. The grief lingered, but the answers were scarce. Years later, there was a small ray of hope. A forensic team from a Malaysian university together with Dutch forensic expert reopened the case and tried re-examine Fairos's remains again. Her bones were digged out of her grave for new tests to take place. These new test results showed how difficult these kind of cases are because science can help, yes, but it can only go so far. At the end of the day, you would need a clear answer, a clear evidence, a clear cause of death, and the prime suspect present in court to prove anything at all. And all that would only be possible with the cooperation of these different countries, their laws, their cross-border policies and such. This is just a sad, small story of a life cut short and her family's long ongoing effort to find justice for her. How did this woman's body end up in a sealed up septic tank? Who did it and why? These would be the questions that keeps her family awake at night. Fairos's case reminds us of how fragile our legal nets are when crime crosses borders. If anything at all changes in this case, I will make sure to update you guys. If you found this story meaningful to you, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and don't forget to hit on the subscribe button if you have not done so. If you guys have the time to spare, please do go and visit my next video that will be popping up at any moment right here. And yeah, thank you so much for visiting. Thank you so much for being here. I would see you guys soon in my next video. Until then, stay safe, take care out there, and goodbye.